It's good to see you again. I have the game running. We're going to tackle this bug today, and it takes kind of a lot for this to work. Pink is already, well, they didn't win. It's going to be a tie, probably. I don't know. But pink is already here in the winner circle. And blue's got to go. So blue's going to take their turn. Ooh, for one, buddy. I'm sorry. And it's still letting pink roll the dice. Now the turns are working. It looks dumb. Why does pink get to roll? So we're going to fix that today. Goodbye. First and foremost, in on dice has rolled to set up that scenario. I added this one little line of code. If piece equals pink piece, roll equals 20. This just jets pink to the winner circle so that we can kind of see whether or not we fix this. Right now, when we click, the dice is handling the clicks, but the dice doesn't really know whose turn it is. Main does. I'm going to let dice handle all of this stuff that it's currently handling, the animation player and coming up with a number. But I'm going to take the actual handling of whether or not the user clicked, and I'm going to give it back to main. The way we're going to do that is, you remember call down, signal up? Main is going to have to call down to dice and say, hey, it's your turn. You need to roll. So I'm going to take this is going to break it. That's fine. I'm going to take this function and I'm going to just rename it to func roll. Oh, hello. Oh, I got to put parentheses, don't I? Right now, the game doesn't know if we're clicking or not because I took that out. See, it broke. That's fine. Come in here to main.gd. We can put that under ready. It's fine. It actually doesn't really matter what order stuff goes in. Func input dice dot. Remember, we've got a reference to dice, so it knows how to do all this. Roll. We need to know whether or not the piece won. And if the piece won, it shouldn't get to roll anymore. So I'm going to come to piece.gd, and I'm going to let the pieces keep track of that for themselves. These don't need to be export variables. I'm going to leave it. It's not broke. In piece.gd, I am typing var I1, and it's going to be a bool because you either won or lost, right? Let me back up. In this scenario, when I say won, I mean got to the end. I don't mean has the most points. But you either got to the end or you didn't. And when you start the game, of course you didn't win it. So we're going to default this to false. So this input event, it's going to have to check and see if the piece won or not. Right now, see var piece? Where is it? What do we need to fix? Yep, this is a scope issue. So right now, var piece is only available to this function. We need it available up here to input. So we're going to just copy paste it. That's going to break it temporarily. I'm going to put it up in the top of my declarations. And it works. I'm going to have this be an on ready, just so Godot defines it when it's ready. And I can do this and default it to pink because pink piece does go first. And it's okay with that, but do I have, yeah. See where pink piece is also non-ready? I can't prove, I can't show you, but there's a possibility that Godot might define piece before it defines pink piece. So this will probably work, but for my own security and peace of mind, I'm going to define peace in ready because that fires after all of this. And so down here at the bottom of ready, peace is going to equal pink peace. And that actually gives us the freedom later if we wanted to add like a coin flip to see which piece goes first. We could do that, but we're not worried about that right now. So right now, like we're still trying to get I1 up here, but I1's not getting set anywhere, so we need to set it. Let's come down here through on dice, dice has rolled, while roll equals 0. We have this marked. If just one piece is at the winner circle, this is what we want. All right. First and foremost, this is a little bit of a mistake I've made. It's working, so who cares? But if blue piece is at the end and pink piece is at the end, do all this. Else, what are we doing? So this else right now also works if no pieces are at the winner's circle. I keep calling this is what I mean when I say the winner's circle. It's not a circle though, but it makes sense to call. I need to quit. See this else? I'm going to be more specific. I'm going to change it to elif piece dot place greater than or equal to game spaces dot size. So we know that it's at the end. We could do that if blue piece dot place or pink piece. This is fine. I know this works. So we're going to go with it. So piece dot place equals game places dot size. That's correct. Let's set piece dot I1 to true because it did win. We do want the dice to click. We do want the turn to flip. When I say we want the dice to click, we want the dice to be clickable. It's not going to roll. It's just letting us do it. Hi, sorry for that cut. I actually came up with a way to do this quicker, and that's always quicker is better, right? Do we agree? Okay. Now let's come up here to this input. I only want the dice to roll if they click and dice dot can click is true. Because remember, sometimes we don't want the user to be able to click like during their turn. So we've got to keep track of that. So if it's the pink piece's turn, what makes the most sense is if the piece won, piece dot I1 false, we roll the dice. Dice dot roll. Hello. Yep, that's right. Else, if the piece didn't win, right? Flip the turn. There we go. I can't type today. And then turn on the turn label switcher just so that the user knows. Doesn't that make a lot of sense? The way she's talking, it might not make sense. Uh-oh. Let's try it. So pink piece goes. We love that. Now it's blue's turn. Well, that's crazy. Blue didn't get to go. Oh, it broke. Why? Poor K. Here's why. We roll the dice does its thing, sends a signal, and main goes, oh, I've got that signal. I'm going to run this. And that's where we've got the switch currently. We need to switch up here. Copy, copy, copy. I'm going to copy this, and I'm going to paste it. So if it's the pink piece's turn, piece equals pink piece. Otherwise, piece equals blue piece. This should work. Let's look. And blue can go. Let's let blue take their turn. Is it going to get a backward space? I think it is. And then what should happen is I should click and it should just skip over pink's turn. Yep. It would be nice if something came up that said, "Hey, Pink, you're here at the end. You've got to" oh, hello. "You've got to wait for Blue to finish," or whatever it is. Maybe that'll be a next time thing? I'm also thinking bye-bye. I can see a few places where this code could just be refactored. And that would be cool because that would make it run faster. Even though really there's no performance issues with this anyway. It's such a tiny program. But those are my goals, at least for the foreseeable future. Refactor some of this a little bit and also um make a screen that says, "Hey, Pink, your turn's over. You gotta let Blue do their thing." So I will work on that, and you work on, I don't know, your code. Ending videos are so awkward. It's so awkward. I'm so sorry. All right. You have an excellent one, and I will see you next time.